The average car used to be something you could maintain in your own driveway with a basic set of wrenches. Today, you are lucky if you can even find the battery without removing a plastic shroud or a wheel well. If you are about to drop $45,000 on a new SUV this weekend, or you just signed a lease on a modern sedan, you could be staring down a $3,000 digital repair bill that nobody warned you about. Independent mechanics have been screaming about this for years. But the corporations selling these vehicles would rather you just trade it in for a newer model the moment the warranty expires. Today, I am going to show you exactly what manufacturers change under the hood to lock you out of your own vehicle. The 3 brands that mechanics say are the hardest to repair, and the one buying rule that can save you tens of thousands of dollars over the next decade. Back in the 1980s and 90s, cars were mechanical machines. According to veteran technicians, vehicles from that era were designed with a 20 to 30-year service life in mind. Your parents bought a truck and kept it until the odometer hit 300,000 miles because the parts were simple, universal, and accessible. Then, starting in the late 2000s and accelerating rapidly over the last 5 years, everything changed. Engineering shifted from mechanical durability to software-defined complexity. Here is what actually happened to your car. First, the parts pairing phenomenon. In older vehicles, if a window motor broke, you bought a new one and bolted it in. Now, many major brands use Vang-locked components. Even if you install a brand new official part, the car's computer will refuse to recognize it until a dealer plugs in a proprietary $5,000 scanner to marry the part to the car. They have turned a 30-minute DIY job into a mandatory $200 dealer service visit. Second, the sealed for life components. Manufacturers are increasingly removing dipsticks and drain plugs, labeling transmissions as sealed units. This suggests they never need maintenance, but in reality, it just ensures the unit fails prematurely, so you have to replace the entire $6,000 transmission instead of spending $100 on a fluid change. Third, the engine packaging. To save pennies in assembly, parts that used to be on top of the engine are now buried behind the timing chain or inside the oil pan. A $20 plastic sensor now requires 12 hours of labor and the removal of the entire front end of the car to reach. Study on vehicle longevity found that while cars are smarter than ever, the average length of first ownership has dropped significantly as repair costs outpace the vehicle's value. No other transportation category has seen such a steep rise in forced obsolescence. Let's talk specific brands. Starting with Tesla, while they pioneered the electric revolution, they also pioneered the walled garden approach to cars. Tesla famously restricts access to service manuals and diagnostic software for independent shops. If you have a minor fender bender or a battery sensor trip, you are often forced to go to a Tesla-owned service center where wait times can be weeks and prices are non-negotiable. They have turned the car into an iPhone on wheels, where you don't really own the software that runs it. Next, BMW and the broader German luxury segment. These used to be the pinnacle of engineering, but today, repair professionals flag them for over-engineering, for failure. They have replaced cooling system, components that used to be metal with high-heat plastics that are guaranteed to crack after 60,000 miles. When they do, the repair often requires specialized tools that no local mechanic owns, forcing you back to the dealership. Then there is the modern Jeep and Ram lineup under the Stellantis umbrella. While they look rugged, repair data shows a massive spike in electrical ghost issues. Common complaints include total screen blackouts, faulty sensors that put the car into limp mode for no reason, and wiring harnesses that are notoriously difficult to service. If you are paying $70,000 for a truck that needs a motherboard replacement in year 3, you haven't bought a tool, you've bought a liability. And here's the pattern. Manufacturers are moving toward a subscription model. They want you to pay monthly for heated seats you already bought, and they want to be the only ones allowed to fix the hardware. Quick question before I show you the brands that are actually built to last. Drop a comment right now. Have you ever been told by a mechanic that a simple part couldn't be fixed because of a computer lock? I want to see how many of you are being locked out of your own hoods. I am betting the numbers are staggering. So, if these brands are turning cars into disposable electronics, what can you actually buy? Here are the 3 brands that mechanics actually recommend for people who want to keep their cars for 20 years. Number 3. Mazda. While others move to complex turbochargers and CVT transmissions that fail early, Mazda stayed with naturally aspirated engines and traditional 6-speed automatic transmissions for much of its lineup. They are simpler, they run cooler, and they are significantly easier for an independent shop to maintain. Number 2 is Honda. Specifically, their non-turbo models. While they have experimented with more tech lately, their K-Series engines remain some of the most reliable and fixable platforms ever built. Parts are cheap, widely available, and the community support for DIY repairs is massive. And number 1, the brand that every mechanic trusts, Toyota. Specifically the 4Runner, the Lexus GX, and the naturally aspirated Camry. Toyota is famously slow to adopt new tech, and that is their secret. They use overbuilt components that are tested for a 25-year service life in the harshest conditions on Earth. They still provide dipsticks, they still use accessible bolts, and they still sell parts to anyone who wants them. Here is the rule of thumb every smart buyer needs to remember. Check the right to repair score. If a car requires a subscription for basic features or uses sealed assemblies for common wear items, walk away. And here is what the smartest owners are doing. They are buying 5-year-old models from reliable platforms and performing their own fluid changes religiously. The bottom line: your car was designed to be a service revenue stream, not a long-term asset. The only way to win is to buy from the few brands that still value durability over planned obsolescence. Check the dipstick. Check the service manual. That is it. If this saved you from a $40,000 mistake, subscribe, because next week I'm exposing why modern refrigerators are failing in less than 5 years, and the sealed compressor scam that is costing homeowners billions.